You could go with that I've done a lot of this. I currently own 46 units. I own gold, silver, Bitcoin, a couple other cryptocurrencies. I have done many different deals. I learn about this, I teach about this, and I just help teach and inspire all the people around me.
You also have a mastermind or a group of some kind where you teach this. Can you tell us a little bit more about your group, please, Devin?
Recently, I started a young entrepreneurs group for people, and this isn't a strict age limit, but generally between 10 and 25 years old, to help teach them, get them inspired to start investing, not limited to real estate, but any of it, even gold, silver, cryptos, maybe, um, but just getting them started into investing, helping them grow, helping them solve problems, and helping them gain the right mindset. We have weekly meetings where we'll log on and discuss. Recently, we've just been doing, so what do you guys want to talk about tonight? And then we get a topic, and then we just go off on that for 30 minutes or an hour.
30 minutes to an hour, weekly young entrepreneurs group. Well, let's say for a second that I'm near the upper end of that age range. Let's say that I'm 24 and I don't have any experience investing yet, and I'm interested. And I hear that the person that leads this is 15, and maybe I might have some misconceptions or some issue. What is this 15-year-old going to teach me about investing in real estate? What might you say if someone hears your age and thinks that something that I shouldn't listen because he's so young? How do you overcome that objection or help the person see that you can add great value?
You could go with that I've done a lot of this. I currently own 46 units. I own gold, silver, Bitcoin, a couple other cryptocurrencies. I have done uh, many different deals. I learn about this. I teach about this. Uh, and I just help teach and inspire all the people around me.
Great answer. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Well, help us, Devin, if we look forward into the future and look about, what's coming for Devin Woolwind. What is it that gets you excited or inspired next? What would you say?
Some of the things I'm working on right now are promoting and getting more people to read my first and second book, especially my second, The Garage.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the reason I want to get to, that's part of the reason I want to get to 50 reviews on each of my books, because then Amazon treats it differently and will promote it more. So more people can see it, more people can learn from it, and more people can implement it to make their lives better.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to that, growing that young entrepreneur group. Beyond that, I'm also I'm currently in the process of writing a second book in the Garage series. It'll be a sequel to that.
Nice.
And a couple of things my family's doing, my dad might have talked about on his podcast, but if you happen to read my book and like it, you might also be interested in my brother's book, The Treehouse, which is in the same universe, and there's some crossover, which is really fun between the two characters, or the two groups. And if you're more of a parent that wants to see how my parents got me into this, got me going, taught me got me to where I am with my values and my business and teaching me, you might want to look at my parents' book, The Family Success Triangle. And all of these books are available on Amazon.
I love the way that you just so gracefully are able to share. Well, first the garage, then the treehouse, and then the family success triangle. I think that a lot of professionals will talk about themselves or their courses, their books, and it does seem self-serving so many times to hear others talk about it. And yet, when I hear you talk about it, I've heard you talk so much about helping others, and about the frame that you have around being able to teach others. It feels really humble and natural the way that you talk about it. I just wanted to appreciate that.
The
um,
goal of these, uh, sure, if I make money, that's great. That's wonderful. If I could at least make any money I've put into creating the books, that would be awesome. But if I can just use it and inspire the world to make the world a better place, then that would be worth it. I think it's page 30 of the garage. Uh, yep, page 30.
okay.
On the main character's bedroom door. Every day, make the world a better place.
Mm, that's a superb mantra. We might even title this episode that. That's amazing. Every day, make the world a better place. Great, great. Well, Devin, where else, if there's anything we haven't mentioned, or let's just run through it again, where are all the places that we might be able to find you? If you want to find out more about you, get in touch with you, how might we be able to do that?
You can easily see me on Instagram at Devin Woolwind. Um, I have slightly weird spelling of my name, but I trust you'll have it put in correctly for the podcast name.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
You can look as our whole family up on YouTube, Real Power Family. If you go to clearskytrainer.com, we also have a newsletter / email list where every week, generally my dad writes an article and sends it out. So that's another great way to learn. Also on that same website, clearskytrainer.com,
Mm-hmm.
there are some articles, some recommended books, just some great books you can read, not even by us, but like Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, a couple of his other books. I forget what all is on there, but it's a great list that that most people should read.
You've shared a number of great stories and lessons. I'd love to go back and hear about some of your experiences, Devin, if we may. If you could take us back in time, I remember talking to your dad about you in public speaking. And I mean, I'm witnessing it now. You're certainly a great interviewer. I wonder what it was like for you. If you could take us back to your first experience speaking at one of these events, a real estate event or some public speaking. If you could take us back in time and walk us through, when was that, and what was that experience like for you? Your first birth into public speaking, Devin.
For speaking in person, it was a little bit after I published my first book. I went to promote that a little bit, I went to promote that, get more people to read it, because having a book's great, but having a book that people can actually use is better.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was speaking. My first time was in Pittsburgh with over 100 people, which is still one of the larger groups I've spoken to. But I had been practicing for a couple weeks, just going over my speech over and over. But then I went up there and I just started off. I felt the crowd's energy and then I just kept going.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
With that, I did quite a few more speaking engagements, and have, pretty much ever since I was born, but especially since I started really getting interested in real estate investing. I have been going to conferences, and at one of them, I got to meet Mark Victor Hansen, the world's best-selling author other than God.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually the one that got me to write my second book, The Garage.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Excellent.